Hey, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on where you are. This is Throwback Thursday, 5 and Drive with yours truly. I think I'm pretty close to having YouTube all finished up. There's a few additional things I need to do, end cards and some other stuff that I don't understand exactly yet, but thank God there's Google. Once that is done, today's video will be added. I think I still have last week's to add. And then if you find yourself really bored, you can go back and watch a whole year's worth of these, or almost a whole year's worth of these. Anyhow, let's just get to it. As you can tell, maybe you can tell, I'm blonde, although there is a hell of a lot of gray in there. There's always been a lot of gray. Summer, my hair kind of bleaches out. I am a natural blonde. I have no way to safely prove that on live TV. That's not a thing anymore, is it? I have no way to prove that here live. Unless you know me really well. I had one blonde chest hair that we could use as well, but not anymore. So anyway, I'm blonde. You know how the jokes go. 20 years or so ago is when this story happened. I get home long time ago, so I had an answering machine. If you don't know what those are, boys and girls, Google it. This was a digital one. It wasn't the tape one that you had to put the pencil in and wind up, but I had one of those as well way back too. My mother called to leave a message. She knew I wasn't home, but she wanted to make sure she got a message on. The message was basic, hi, how are you kind of deal, but what made it odd was she inserted the word uncle in pretty much every sentence she said, and I am not exaggerating. What made it odd was, at that point in time, I was not an uncle. I did not know my sister was trying to have a baby. I just have one sister. But the way my mom left the message kind of made it confusing, because it was like, hey, good morning, Uncle Dave. How are you, Uncle Dave? I hope you're having a good day, Uncle Dave. Just wanted to see how you're doing, Uncle Dave. It's going to be nice today, Uncle Dave. The weather's supposed to be great outside. I hope you have a chance to rest and relax when you get home from work, Uncle Dave. Blah, 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 Uncle Dave, Uncle Dave, Uncle Dave, Uncle Dave. My family is well known for screwing with each other. And I don't mean that in a Jerry Springer kind of way, but just, joking and causing chaos and things like that. So I was really confused at what point my mom was trying to drive home, because I was not an uncle. As far as I knew, my sister was not trying to have a baby. And we would have jokes or family traditions, if you want to call it that, to where if a different relative, if they were going to have a baby, like the husband and wife, the wife has the baby, but the way that gets said, then we would ask the husband, hey, are you going to be a mom or a dad, or an aunt or an uncle, or whatever, depending on who, as a joke, even, just because it was going to be a baby boy, baby girl, whatever, and it blew up from there. Kind of confusing, but anyway. That's my life growing up, has been very confusing. My mom called again probably that day 2 or 3 times, and every frickin' time she called, Uncle Dave, Uncle Dave, Uncle Dave. I listened to the first one, was thinking something's going on, this must be a joke. Got the second one, kind of figuring things out, blah, blah, blah. By the 4th or 5th message she had left that day, it had gone from Uncle Dave to, hey, we're taking your sister out and her husband to celebrate the fact that they got pregnant. She gave it up right there. Not my sister, obviously. That's a different story, but my mom gave up the joke right there. What hit me most about that, though, was my mom was basically calling me to tell me that her and my dad were taking my sister out to celebrate her successful sex life. Being that my family is weird, I can only imagine how that conversation at dinner would have went. My dad talking to her husband. They've divorced since then. Not my mom and dad, but my sister and her husband. Hey, great, you got my daughter pregnant. What position did you guys use? What music was playing? Were the lights on? Were the lights off? Was it longer than a minute and a half? I mean, it's mind-boggling. Anyhow, I thought this was going to be a hell of a lot better of a story, but I kind of lost it. It's been a rough week, a rough day. Anyhow, not everything can be a great story, right? So there we go, 5 minutes. Sorry you tuned in today. Love you guys. It's a very, very short trip. Live life, be kind. Talk to you later. Love you. Bye.